this is Russ. Yeah, I wanted to make an addendum to a video that I made. A couple years ago, I came out with a video that was called something like Important Considerations for Senior Riders, something like that. And I think the thumbnail says something to the effect of you're 60 years old and want to buy an e-bike, something like that. Okay, if you remember that video, it was a video that I had over 1 million something views, so it was a big video for me. But I've been noticing that many people who watch that and then they comment back to me, they'll tell me, I'm 75 years old, 78 years old, whatever your age is, and I do want to get an e-bike, and thank you for letting me know and the like. One thing I want to emphasize to you guys, all right, is that you still need to be very careful when you're riding an e-bike. I think a lot of times people think when they get the e-bike, they can just start riding and they'll be fine because they used to ride a bike when they were younger, and they feel, in their mind they feel they're 25 years old, but we now have a body of 60, 70, 80 years old. We don't react as quickly as we used to. Let me tell you that right now. As much as you think you do, you don't. Okay, you move a little slower, right? You do everything you do is a little bit reaction time's a little bit slower. So it's something to keep in mind when you're getting this e-bike that you're thinking of getting. All right. Now, I mentioned in that video that I had a knee replacement done. Sometimes people see this video, they don't realize that they've been watching a video that was done like 3 years ago. Okay, so they'll mention what e-bike are you using? Maybe you should get this type of bike. Maybe you should consider a trike, an e-trike, whatever. Yeah, that was 3 years ago, and that was when I just got the bike. I think that video was done about a month or so after I bought the bike, and so since that time, I've had a lot of changes. I'm now reviewing e-bikes. I've gone through 26, 28 e-bikes of my own right now from people who have sent it to me, companies who have sent it to me for review. I've turned down over 110, 115 e-bikes now, something like that. So a lot of e-bikes have come my way, and I've turned a lot of them down. But here's what I wanted to say. Because of the fact that I've had quite a bit of experience on e-bikes since that video was created, I wanted to let you know that, when I first got the e-bike back then, I fell a couple of times. And it wasn't because I don't know how to ride an e-bike, because I can ride pretty well. I fell because of a weakened leg. My left knee was just replaced. I was just getting back over it. I bought the bike to help fix my knee, so I was out there a lot. And it wasn't the ability that I couldn't ride the bike. It was the ability of stopping and keeping the bike upright after you stop. I mean, if you think about that video, it was a Rad Rover 5 that I was riding. It's a pretty tall, big bike. And so, when you get off of when you stop, I have my saddle pretty high up. The seat is pretty high up, and that's because I wanted a better leg extension while I was pedaling. So I can't remain seated on the bike when I'm stopped, because if I do, I'm going to tip over, right? Because I'm higher up than just putting my feet down on the ground. Now, people have said, you should lower your saddle, if you got issues. There might be some truth to that, because if you lower the saddle when you stop, both feet are flat on the ground and you straddle the bike easily, there's some benefit to that. But again, you have to remember, I was trying to fix my knee, so the better extension was important for me and my knee purpose, to get my knee moving properly. To this day, I still ride this way. I've always ridden that way. I've always ridden for the best possible power stroke I can get when I'm pedaling, and that's usually when the saddle is up higher. Okay, now if you stay seated and stop, you're going to tip over. Okay, because you're taller, your feet can't land on the ground, on both feet on the ground when you stop and sit when you have that saddle that high up. Okay, so what I usually do is I will step down from the pedals and I will straddle over the top of the top bar. But again, the top bar is pretty high, so I can't really put both feet down. So I have to lean the bike one way or the other. So what happened the times that I fell is that it leaned towards my left leg, which was already weakened from the knee replacement. Okay, now people think, well, you had a knee replacement, how's your leg weak? Your leg is weak, okay? Think about what a knee replacement is. I mean, they basically detach the lower half of your leg from the upper half of your leg. The only thing holding that in place is the muscles and your skin, okay, when they start putting together your knee again. So really, it's kind of like an amputation of your leg, except things are still connected because of the muscles, all right? So, but the thing is, it weakens the leg when all this is happening, especially too when they're trying to rehab your knee. They're pushing on your leg and pushing on your knee, trying to get it to bend properly and trying to extend it properly. It takes a long time. At least for me, it took me almost 2 years. I had a really tough knee replacement. So here I am riding this bike, and I can't straddle it because the bike frame is too big, and secondly, I usually go higher for the better extension of the leg on the pedal stroke. It leaned to the left side where my weakened leg was, and down I went. I didn't have the leg strength to hold myself and the heavy bike up. Okay, it had nothing to do with the riding. Absolutely, each time I've fallen has nothing to do with the riding. It had totally something to do with my weakened state. Okay, so here's what I wanted to tell you guys for the addendum. If you're buying an e-bike and you're brand new at this stuff, and especially if you're older and you have some physical issues that is holding you back, maybe you have a bad knee, maybe you have a bad hip, maybe something. Okay, keep in mind when you stop, your leg has to be strong enough. You have to be physically strong enough to hold your bike and you up, or you're gonna go down. Okay. Now, many people have mentioned on that video, man, you're so doom and gloom on that video. I just want people to be safe. Okay. I don't want you guys falling or anything like that. I want you to be aware of when you buy your bikes and you ride it, be aware of all the potential pitfalls that can happen when you're riding an e-bike. I mean, I like riding my e-bike. I ride it a lot, right? That first year, I rode like 2,600 miles in the first year. So, and of course now, you know, I'm reviewing e-bikes. I'm riding all the time. Well, not during the winter, but I'm riding all the time. And so I just want people to be safe. Okay. So if you see those videos and you think, oh man, he's such a downer. I kind of say, you know, if I scared some people away from an e-bike, that's fine, you know, because really they need to know. And if I didn't scare you away and you went forward with it, just know that, you know, there's potential pitfalls, things that you got to be careful of when you're riding your e-bike, right? I just thought it was important that I let those people know that. Now, you guys who've been with me for a long time now, it probably doesn't mean anything to you. You're probably riding fine. You're doing okay. That's great. Okay. But, you know, there's a little public service announcement for the new guys who are coming in, right? And there's a lot of new people coming in, you know, buying e-bikes, especially if if you've been thinking about it and then, okay, now it's finally time to do it. Well, that's another year that went by, right? So every year that goes by, you know, we're not always stronger and stronger. Some people are. I'm not. I seem to get worse and worse every year. Something's going on, you know. Some physical thing has been going on. Right now I'm dealing with the diabetes and the high blood pressure. And by the way, it is getting better. So if you haven't been watching on Mondays for the health updates, just to let you guys know, I'm getting better. Okay. All right. That's all I wanted to say today, to kind of just at least, put that little public service announcement out there. Be careful when you're out there. I don't want you guys falling or getting hurt or anything like that, but it does happen. Okay. Be prepared that could happen. Wear a helmet. Okay. I kind of figure sometimes people know this, right? Wear a helmet, but yet sometimes people don't. So, but no, wear a helmet. It's okay. You know, people, oh, I look funny in a helmet. No, you don't. Okay. Most of the people you'll see with the e-bikes, you know, many of them know they got to wear the helmet, and they do. Okay. You're not the only one that's going to be wearing a helmet, you know, so if you think you look funny in a helmet, so do they. It's okay. Wear the helmet. Okay. Wear some bike gloves too. I usually wear the ones that have, you know, like the fingers are, you know, you have exposed fingers, but then it's like half glove. Get one of those. They're not expensive. All right. You can go on an Amazon. You can probably find these things between $10 and $15, something like that. But the reason you wear those gloves is because if in case you do go down, there's a tendency for you to extend your hands out. You don't want to scrape up your entire, you know, palms of your hand on the concrete or whatever you're riding on. That glove will help you. All right. I mean, it's not going to help you for anything. You know, if you fracture or something, it's not going to do that. But at least you won't skin your palms up. All right. And, you know, if you're going fast and you go down, that could be quite a bit. So stay safe out there. Just wanted to let you guys know. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Again, e-bike videos will be on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Health updates from me will be on Mondays. Talk to you guys next time.